Hello, so if you're watching this, that means I've finally made it to 1,000 subscribers. Oh man, it took a while. Anyway, so we thought we'd show you a bit of the behind the scenes of how we actually filmed everything. So yeah, this is our setup. We have our brick wall back here, which isn't really a brick wall. I've literally, if you'll have a look, yeah, this is part of it too. I have a cord attached to me, which is attached to you, so you can actually hear me. But our backdrop here is actually just a printout that we did, that we ordered, and I literally stuck it to the wall, and that's why we look like we have a textured background. But really, it's just a normal wall.
Wait, you haven't told them what these are. These are tomato steaks, I think.
Oh yeah. So this wooden steak that we have, it's literally a tomato steak that I painted white. And we've actually put some LEDs on it, if you can see that, to give us a bit of the red and the blue effect. But sadly, that wasn't enough. Well, it wasn't enough for what we wanted. So what we've got these little stand-up lights here. One's red, and we've got one that's blue over there. So they're just our background lights. And then we've had the issue of actually lighting me up. And oh boy, this caused dramas. For a while there, we were using just a one of those ring lights. But what the trouble is, because we're filming me and what I'm filming at the same time, it sort of had to be like here and on a bent angle, so it was sort of filming a bit of me and a bit of this, but it was only one light, and it shadowed a bit, and just watch some of my earlier videos and you'll see what was involved. So what we've done, well, what we had to do was brainstorm, and we were trying to come up with these complicated things. We were thinking about these massive lighting grids and lighting systems. How are we going to fit it in here and all this stuff, and we were just going crazy. I went into the shed and I found some simple little brackets. We just bought these simple little light sets. I think it was 3, was it 3?
Oh, I can't remember.
Anyway, this is my wife, she's actually filming by the way. So we've got these simple little light sets, and all I do is unscrew, and there's a hole here, which just stick it out. And this stays around, and what I do is I just literally screw that in, and that's how we set up our lights. That was just a bracket that we found. I think it was from
an old shelf.
An old shelf or something. Yeah, it wasn't even anything interesting. It was just and it, like the shelf was made, so I didn't need it. So it was just okay. There's this thing. Let's just throw it out. So there's one on this side as well, and they just stay on the table all the time. Like there's no needing to take them down. They just stay on the table. So that way the lights are roughly in the right spot every time. I mean, we can move them around depending on whatever. But that's our lighting system now. Plus, I'm also filming from above, so we have this monstrosity, which was so fun to make. And you'll notice there's some holes there. Yeah, that was my first attempt at getting it right, and, and it didn't work. So what we have here, let me just get up on the table. We've got another one of those lights that were on the side. Gravity works. And we've just literally, I've actually, see these clips? That's all that's holding it on. I've got a clip holding up a light, just so we've got some extra light.
It's a clamp, isn't it?
It's a clamp, yeah, just a simple clamp. I'm not going to unclamp it because the whole thing's going to come crashing down.
That's the third light.
That's the third light, so we have the light. And we've got this little bracket here, and that actually holds the phone, which is what we're filming on right now. Speaking of filming...
So you're just filming on a phone?
I'm just filming on an iPhone. That's what I'm filming on. Speaking of filming, what we do for our actual filming of me on the front, we have this setup. And it's literally a setup to hold an iPad. So I've got my iPad filming me while my phone is filming what I'm drawing. And that's basically how we do it. But also if I'm actually doing a video where I'm drawing on my iPad, I switch it around. I have the phone filming me, and then I just screen record what I'm doing on the iPad, so that, because we only have so many cameras. But that's how we do that. Plus another thing that I've had to learn to do myself, well, for myself, is this blessed thing. Hence the laugh of my wife, yes. Turn on camera, red light. The amount of times that I've done this, I have to literally get up on the table and zoom in and just check it out, and I have to adjust my book. Sometimes my book is on this weird angle like this, but up here, it's straight. So I have to draw on this weird, wicked angle to draw the thing. So I'm all set, I've got that going, I'm filming myself from the front. Now before I had this, yeah, you guessed it, I'd start drawing. And then I'd go up here to turn off the video. I'd forgotten to turn it on. Oh, the amount of times I did this, it's like, one time I think I did it 3 times in a row. It was so bad. And the worst part is, see how it says red dot? I'll get up and I'll push the button and I think, okay, it's filming. Sit down, do the whole spiel, come up, turn it off, but actually I turned it on. So I somehow pushed it on before, so it was filming nothing. And then I've turned it off, thinking I was filming, and I did my whole thing. And then I come up and I turn the camera on. So what I've had to do is have the red dot. Make sure I have to sit up here, make sure that the red dot is actually going before I come back down. Now, this is actually my desk. This is our desk. This is actually my desk from high school. It's got this cool bit here. We love this, we use this all the time. But yes, this is actually our desk. So usually it's just covered in junk, you know, stuff that you just have on a desk. So every time I film, we've got to carry it up, carry it away, and it goes on. Usually I draw, I'm using these sort of books nowadays. I've got so many things I've done, as you've probably noticed if you've watched any of my videos. And also what you probably don't see is before I film something, I need to draw it myself so I know how to draw it. So what I do is I usually have a picture here of the drawing at some stage, maybe a picture here of the drawing at another stage with notes that I may have. If I'm using my markers, I've got little shades of like what I've.
Have you got an example?
I do somewhere, yes. I just like leave little markings of the actual colour, and I have to actually draw or write the name of the marker so that people know, so that I know which colour I'm using for which section. So I've just got some here under the bed, I think. Oh, yes. Yeah. Our studio is our bedroom. Yeah. I literally sleep here. Our desk is there. So yeah, our studio is our bedroom. So yeah, that's how it starts. Yeah, we don't have our own studio, nothing big. We just literally in our bedroom. So this was the Funko, how to draw Funko Pops that I did. And I literally went through and I colored it in and I marked in so I knew which color was for which section, and I have to do that every time. So it's not just a case of being able to draw something, I have to be able to teach you guys how to draw stuff. So I've got to basically figure out ways to project it to you guys and show it to you guys and come through the camera so in a way that you guys can understand it. So I've always got my notes here as well. So I actually, all the time, I mean this time I'm not because I'm just going off the cuff, I'll actually sit down and write down a script or I'll type it, and I've got notes there, believe it or not. I know, because sometimes I come off really crazy, but I have notes of the main points that I want to say when I'm trying to explain something to you guys. So that is part of it. So yeah, literally we're in our bedroom. Yeah, we actually close the blinds off so that we have more control of the lighting. We do get a lot of light, but it sometimes washes out the red and blue. So I need to actually have control of the light so that you can actually see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the description all the devices that I use. So if you guys want to actually start your own channel, or you just want to have the lights for yourself, they'll be there so that you guys can find them. As we get bigger, hopefully things will improve, get bigger.
What's your goal?
What's my goal? Oh man, you threw me off then. What's my goal?
What do you want? Do you want your own studio? What do you want?
Yeah, having our own studio would be nice so that everything's just set up so we don't have to go through the rigmarole.
So not in the bedroom?
Not in the bedroom, yeah.
But this is a good start,
Actually having my own bedroom that's a bedroom and not a bedroom and studio, that would be nice. So when you've got your own YouTube channel, you've got to bring in the skills that you naturally have. That's what sort of, they're your little talents. Now what were my talents? Well, I am a good drawer, hence the drawing channel. I've been drawing for as long as I can remember. In fact, my first memories are of me drawing. When I finished high school, actually, I got accepted to go to uni for a graphic design course, but I chose not to do it. I decided, I know, right? I decided not to go to uni. I went out into the big world and I started doing signs. So I was making signs like the signs you see at McDonald's or street signs, signs at airports, all that sort of stuff. It was fun, it was good, but I wanted more. So I decided to have a go at acting. And there's a really popular show here in Australia called Home and Away, and I got some extra parts. So yes, if this was like a long time ago, but that red Hawaiian shirt going across the screen, that was me. And I got hooked. I loved it. I loved the whole thing. So I went and studied for 3 years. 3 years of my life I spent studying acting. So I did some short films, I did some ads, theatre, that sort of stuff. And well, let's just say I didn't become famous. There's still time, but it didn't happen. This channel, I have a bit of acting experience, which is good because it makes me aware of camera. So like a tip, and this is a big one, say you're filming a selfie or something like that, and you look and you've got the camera and you can see yourself. Don't look at yourself. You want to connect with the person in the screen. So right now, I'm looking at you, but I'm technically looking at the lens. Other things I do too is I have a naturally high voice, so I have to do actual voice exercises and articulation exercises so I can sound better than I normally do. I look like a complete nitwit, but it works. So if you can do that, it helps. Yeah? Is it real?
Yes!
Is it real?
Yes!
This is how I started. This is how we got going. Yeah, obviously there's a lot more to go, but this is where we're at, and we're moving forward from here. So here we are, 1,000 subs. Thank you very much. That scared the bejesus out of me. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to clean this up now, aren't I? Wow, thank you guys. Oh man, oh wow. You bring the camera out, you gotta see this. Oh wow. Look at this. That's heaps. Oh, so thanks guys for the 1,000 subs. Really appreciate it. If you love what you're seeing, please like, subscribe. Let your friends know about it. Really appreciate it. And stay tuned. There's a lot more fun to come. We're growing, a lot of stuff happening. And why don't you check out one of these videos right now to continue the saga, and I'll see you there.